Hey, what's going on, everybody? Dave here again, and it is New Year's Eve. I hope everybody's having a safe, sane, being safe and watching for other crazy people on the road if you are out and about, or if you're like me and just old enough not to want to deal with that crap. Then you're staying home, watching the ball drop on TV with a significant other if you have one, and just going outside and listening to random gunfire for 5-10 minutes, and then going back inside and snuggling up and going to bed, and hopefully starting off the new year the right way, if you know what I mean. Of course, you know what I mean. Anyway, so I wanted to knock this out. You guys that are friends with me on Facebook, Instagram, though I'm not on there a whole lot, you know that I've been working on the Neo Grade Sazabi for Hobby Wave. Well, not for Hobby Wave, it's for myself, but it's from Hobby Wave. So this is a build review of the kit itself. So I was determined a couple of weeks ago. I dug it out of the closet, and I don't want to say I've been afraid of it. I've been working on other people's projects most of the year, and finally decided, you know what, it's time for me to sit down and work on something resin of my own. I've knocked out some snap ups, which I haven't really shown you guys. I've got the Phoenix. I think you guys saw the High New. I got the Blitz. I'm looking up on the shelf. The Sengoku, Ashtray, Bear Guy, Tall Geese, some SDs, just some stuff like that. That are literally just snap ups, nothing special about them. And but stay tuned, because tomorrow I got a shipment in today, and some of it's gifts for myself, some of it's for review, and but I do have for you guys coming up tomorrow the Nautilus from the Yamato. This is the 1/1000 scale. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this with where I have the camera. The Metal Gear Rex 1/100 scale. The Evangelion 3.0 you cannot redo. This is which version is this? I don't know. It has 4 arms, and it looks all badass. So what I'm going to end up doing on these is doing an unboxing, showing you guys all the parts, and then snapping them up. Nothing special, just snapping them up. I have to check, because this one isn't mine, if I can do it. I haven't even opened the box. This is the Red 5 First Run Limited Edition. I am not familiar with this at all, but it looks really badass. But it's from Kotobukiya too. And then Harris should recognize this, because he got my original one when I was going through my Zoids binge, and I had all of them, and then I let go of them, and then I'm getting a few of them back. But this is number 35. This is the Geno Breaker Raven version, which I got on a fantastic deal on Amazon. I got it, I think I ordered it Christmas Eve. It was on sale for, I want to say, like 70 some odd dollars, and it's normally over $100 with Prime shipping. And it arrived while I was on vacation, so I ended up getting roped into work today. So I went in and picked up all this stuff. So let's get to what you're here for. So I'm starting with the feet down and working my way up. Now there are some pieces that I don't have fully magnetized and done yet, so I'm warning you ahead of time now. And most of those pieces are going to be the chest part, because I haven't determined what I'm going to put LEDs and lights in yet. This is going to get heavily modified. It is not just going to be a glue together paint and done. This is my going to be my baby. I am planning on refining down my collection for the shelf, and I have the 160 high new. It's the Neograde original conversion that I'm going to have versus this. Then I have the Saz Verka that I'm going to have versus the high new Verka, both with the modified parts and everything. And then I need to get back, I should say, the 124th Sazabi bust and the 124th high new bust, both motorized. So you can see where I'm going with my collection on that. So starting off, there are a lot of magnets on here. Very few pieces are glued. Just a couple that I deemed stability wise needed, and also that could easily be painted as is. It wasn't really going to modify anything. As I go, some of the pieces I have magnetized, I may end up gluing just for stability. But for part separation, for painting, and for build, I'm doing almost everything is magnetized. No pins. So this should be interesting. There is approximately a pound and a half of magnets. And this kit already weighs, I want to say it's over 5 pounds. So, you know, that'll give you an idea. Dollar amount in magnets is in the $100 plus range. So, yeah, I'm not playing around with this one. So you guys can see this is the right foot. I just marked it so that I could, a lot of pieces that I did that are similar on both sides. I'm just giving you guys so you know what to expect in future videos. A lot of parts that are similar, like these, I have reversed the polarization of the magnets so that the pieces will only fit on a certain side for ease of fit, because once they're sanded and once, you know, the fit is perfect on one side, it may not be quite the same on the other, since this isn't you know, a metal mold cast kit, you know, like a Bandai kit. So so you can see on here on some of the pieces, I don't know if you'll be able to see it with the light the way it is. Let me pop it up here. You know, you will spot little holes like this here and there, and what I do is I take a small drill bit, show you my toolbox of goodies. These are all my drill bits. I have some diamond burrs and some carbide bits and stuff in there, razor blades. So for the most part, what I end up using is I have this little drill bit, and I use this for a pilot hole. And so I will go through the pieces that I can so that everything lines up perfectly. It also makes just a small hole where I can take just a drop of super glue, fill in the hole, tap off with some baking soda, sand it down, and it's like it was never there. And then this is my next size. It's a 1/8 inch drill bit. These two are my go-to. Most of the magnets that I use are 1/8 inch. 1/8 inch or approximately 3 millimeters, depending on where you're from. So those and my trusty Tamiya sharp pointed nippers, those are my 3 most used tools. You know, of course I do have an X-Acto knife, and I do have like a metal ruler that I use for laying the magnets out. And speaking of, and what I think I'm going to do on this video to keep it particularly under 10 minutes or so is I'm just going to use this as a synopsis of what to expect, and then I'm going to do another one of the actual snap up and do it that way. That way they're not all hell long. But let's say you're wanting to place these magnets in here. I know I've gone over this. I must get, honestly, 2 or 3 questions a week on Facebook, and same thing with my email through YouTube, asking me to do a tutorial on magnets. I know I've done it before, but I will, I'll just show you guys again how I end up doing it. You have your stack of magnets. Now you can do this ahead of time if you want to, or a lot of times I get so many magnets that I don't have time to sit there and do them all one shot, so I do it as I need them. So we have these magnets. I'm using a little bit more sizable. Say you have let's say you have these 2 pieces right here that you're wanting to do together. Now I will tell you guys, check once, check twice, check 3 times if you have to make sure that your polarity is right. So you have this stick here. You have 4 magnets that you're going to need for these. Now let's say you're not paying attention, you do something, you have this, you already know all these are the same, but you want to put down some more on there. Take one into your stick. Okay, those are going to stick like that. But if you do it the other way, that's negative. So, or just start over. If you haven't already checked your, or if you haven't already marked the one side, just, start over. That's the only thing that I can say, because nothing sucks ass more than you're going to town, you've got everything all laid out, you've got all your magnets placed perfectly, and holy crap, one of the magnets is reversed, and now you've got one side adhering and one side pushing the magnet away. It really does suck, guys, because you have to dig it out. There's no getting around it. So once you have them on your metal piece, your metal ruler, whatever you want to use, you can even use an X-Acto blade. That's how I started out. Once you have them on there, take a Sharpie. Has to be a Sharpie, or something that is not going to rub off. Just mark the one side. That's all you're going to have to do. Let it dry for a few minutes. Now generally what I'll do is I'll just, if I know that I have these on, I need these for this project, what I will do, I'll leave them on here. I will shove all the ones that I don't need down to here. I'll leave the one that I do need. When I have my hole drilled out, I will just put a small amount of glue. You don't need a lot, but just a small amount. Push in your magnet. As you can see, the polarities are reversed. It's not going to go there. But just use the spatula, push in your magnet, slide the spatula off. Depending on the size of your magnet or how you're doing it, have some toothpicks available. Then you can either push it down, or a lot of times what I'll do is I'll use one of my little drill bits. Let me drag one out. I wasn't expecting to do this, sorry guys. But if it's informative to one single person, then I am completely happy. So you've got this piece. You want to take your magnet, decide what direction you want your polarity. I try and set up everything where my polarity is all central focused. On the legs, I try and have everything going one direction. On the feet, I try and have it going, let's say, straight down, where everything's pulling up to the legs, if that makes any sense to you. So on this one, we have, let's say we've determined on this, we want the mark side to go into there. So it ends up being shiny, no mark side on there. Take your, drill bit, whatever that you have the magnet stuck to, slide it in. Use if you guys can see that. Use your toothpick to hold it in the hole. Remove your drill bit, and then you can let go. Now, once it's flush in there, if you have a little bit of glue that's oozed up, always have this container of baking soda available. Sprinkle some on there. Just take your fingertip, do like that. Take a small brush, brush it off. You're done. You can use a small file, sanding stick, whatever, to smooth it down, and you're golden. But one of the things you're going to want to remember, if on this piece you're putting the mark side in, on this piece you're wanting to do the complete opposite. You're wanting to make sure that the mark side goes up. So how I'll end up doing that, these two pieces, let's say are in here, magnet, dark side down, we'll do it this way. Well, that's not going to work. This is another hazard of working with magnets, especially so many, is they will have a tendency of sticking to other pieces. To get them out of nooks and crannies, just grab a stack that has more magnets. More magnets equals more pull power, and it'll pull them right out. So once you have these in with the mark side down, remember, take and flip the mark side down on your ruler or whatever the piece is that you're using to hold it. Okay, that way when you put it into this one, it's going to be mark side up. So I hope that helps somebody. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the video right now and then shoot another one starting with the build. Like I said, I'm sorry I didn't plan on doing that part, but I figured I might as well try and be as informative as possible. I appreciate all you guys that end up sending me questions and stuff. I enjoy answering it and replying to your emails and answering if I can. So I'm going to cut this, and then we'll be back with another one.